fucking broken webcam piece of shit. Well, I guess I'm editing this now, and probably I'll have some pictures of it added from like the first 10 minutes of things I just said, and probably afterwards and then as soon as I am, I have this in here. I'll also have adding some pictures for some of the games I plan to be playing as well. So that'll be fun. First off, though, I do plan to reveal what games I plan to play for Resident Wednesdays. Resident Wednesdays are still gonna be making a return. In case somebody knows, I play a Resident Evil game every Wednesday on the Twitch channel. Every Wednesday, it's always a Resident Evil game. I've been kind of doing this for a few weeks now, though. Although so far, though, I only have 4 games planned for when Resident Wednesdays return. Maybe I may add more after I finish these 4, or maybe I may just finally make the midweek streams again, like I did for like originally before. Though Wednesdays and Thursdays were both midweek streams, and that's what it used to be like back when they finally came into fruition back in 2018. I don't know when Resident Wednesdays happened. I think it was right after I played Resident Evil 4 original, and then I started making and then Resident Wednesdays became a thing after that. I think, I don't know. The original, the first game though I was thinking of playing though was Resident 3 original, but then I do have underneath Resident Evil 2 remake. Don't be surprised though, guys. I might just actually swap these games around and have Resident Evil 2 remake first still before I play Resident Evil 3 original. Just because though, in Resident Evil 2 remake, you have Mr. X who roams the whole police station. But also Resident Evil 3 original, you have Nemesis, and Nemesis is like Mr. X on steroids, moves extremely fast, goes through tracks on every place you're being in. He's really hard to avoid, and you really and the moment you enter a room and he's in that same room as you, he'll come right at you at like Sonic speed. It's ridiculous. Mr. X, even though Mr. X might you even though even though you kind of shoot your gun and then that blows your cover and then Mr. X comes to the room that you're in though, Mr. X doesn't move as fast as Nemesis, so that's kind of why I might play Resident Evil 2 remake first before I play Resident Evil 3 original. It depends. The last 2 Resident Evil games though, I plan to be playing them in order. But first, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and then eventually I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 8 Village. Those are the last 2 games I'm going to be playing, and probably unless I have more though, that's where I'm going to be wrapping out Resident Wednesdays, or capping out, I guess, and then eventually making them become midweek streams again. Unless of course I have a few more games, and then maybe I might keep Resident Wednesdays going. I don't know yet. Alright, ironically though, for midweeks and my game streams, I was actually thinking of resurrecting the streams with some RPGs. I kind of wish I did racing games now. I remember playing a NASCAR racing game before, and my dad this was actually something my dad actually had, and he actually bought a steering wheel and a gas pedal peripheral that you could like hook up to your computer or laptop, and it would actually control the steering with that thing. It's kind of cool, but whatever. The first one though, I was thinking of a resurrect. The first of my RPG I'm planning to actually do is, strangely enough, Final Fantasy 1, and then afterwards, once I finished Final Fantasy 1, I was gonna play Final Fantasy 3. Now, my girlfriend right now is playing the Pixel remasters of these games on our PS5. I wasn't planning on playing the Pixel remasters. Instead, though, I was actually going to get a GBA ROM of Final Fantasy 1. And then eventually, once I'm done that, I may download a DS emulator and actually get Final Fantasy 3. I used to have a DS emulator before on my Windows 7 laptop. But when I transferred all my emulators over to my new laptop, the DS emulator still remained on the laptop, and now the laptop is officially dead and it's gone out of my apartment now, and I don't have a DS emulator anymore, so I'll have to go re-download a new DS emulator again. I had one before though because people gave me a bunch of games for the thing. along with Brain Age, and I did not seem to like the games at all, and I really did hate the list of games, and that's kind of why I never did bother bringing the DS emulator over to the new laptop. I hated those games. Outside of Brain Age, those games were not so fun at all, and I hate those, and I really did hate those games, and I wish I never did play those games ever again for when I finally come back to streaming DSM with some new DS games, guys. Sorry, but that's just how I'm gonna go. If I'm getting the DS emulator, I'm getting it for games I like to play, like Pokemon Heart Gold, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, an RPG Sonic game on the DS. How about that? You guys want to see that, right? I'm getting off topic. Let's get back to RPGs. Uh, and I do have Earthbound on here. I played a little bit of that game before. I never did bother finishing it though. This was 1 year for summer of RPGs. I don't plan on taking an entire. I don't plan to waste an entire summer playing this game though. But whenever I do return though, I wouldn't mind. Taking the long way home just to see what the story is gonna be like. Just don't be surprised, though, guys. This might take me an entire year, but you know what though? If you guys are with me for the long haul, that would make the journey more exciting. And so far, the next game, well, it's not really a game though, but more of a challenge. The one Pokemon challenge. The one Pokemon challenge. I'm gonna have to either decide what Pokemon though is gonna be in the one Pokemon challenge. First, right though, I don't even have an official decision what Pokemon game I'm planning to play. Right now in brackets here, it just says Pokemon Yellow or Crystal. I just put down in brackets Yellow or Crystal. So it's gonna be one of those two Pokemon games that I plan to be playing for the one Pokemon challenge. All I'm doing though is just about getting a certain Pokemon, capturing it. Before I do the first gym, my idea is to capture a Pokemon that I plan to have for like the whole journey, and go through the whole game using that one Pokemon. That's what the one Pokemon challenge is. You're only capturing a specific Pokemon, and you're stuck with that Pokemon throughout the whole journey. Maybe you guys could decide if I should evolve it. Like before, though, I did one for a Rattata, and every time, and by the time when I did one for Rattata, though, I got to like a certain level though where it would evolve into Raticate. And at first, though, I tried to like cancel the evolve, but every time it leveled up, I would get the evolution screen again, and I would cancel it again and again and again until eventually I just finally said, "Fine, you know, whatever. I'll evolve you into a bloody Raticate." And I still kept them, and I still kept that though. But eventually, though, I didn't bother finishing the challenge though because it just ruined the whole fun for me in the long run. I wasn't streaming this up for the channel though. Like I said, this was about I was playing this on the 3DS, so that's what was happening. I'll be damned. I still have the game. I still have the save game. So yeah, look at this, guys. I don't know if you guys can actually see this or not though, but that's the Raticate that I was talking about. So yeah, I've been like I said, this annoying bastard would just keep leveling up, and every time it leveled up, I would be stuck in the evolution screen with this guy. Eventually, I just eventually caved in and just said, "Fuck it, you know what? I'll finally evolve you." And like I said, I never did bother finishing the game. I'm somehow halfway through finishing the game though. I somehow have somehow though I got halfway through the game though before calling it quits. If this bloody thing will actually focus. My apologies for if I was blinding people's eyes out with this thing. But yeah, I got halfway through finishing the game though before calling it quits completely. I don't ever plan on finishing it. This was an attempt, and you know what? That's all it was. It was just an attempt. So I don't feel too bad. If I ever do one again, though, you guys could decide if I can evolve it or not, though. I might go... What Pokemon I might try? I might try go... The only idea that I have, though, is probably a Kadabra or a Haunter, though. But I know those are evolutions, though. And Abra and and if I'm stuck about, if I have to be stuck about forcing with an Abra, I may as well just ditch about, I may as well just ditch and go for a Ghastly then, because Abra only knows one move, and it's teleport. What does teleport do? Fucking teleport you out of the match, out of a Pokemon match. And this is random encounters in the wild. Not just encounters when you're battling the gym leader. Every time I do that versus the gym leader, I may as well just take an L because my Pokemon teleports out of the battle, and that sucks. I had a Kadabra, this would not be a problem because right by the time that Abra evolves into Kadabra, Kadabra learns Confusion, and eventually, though, after I level it up a few more times, it can finally learn moves like Psychic and Psywave, and like more physical psychic attacks. But that Abra, no, it is stuck with Teleport, and I hate that. Well, it says right here though, end of RPGs, but I do plan to play more someday as well though. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to like these next set of games though. So I just have a great big batch of like Mario themed games after this that I plan to eventually play, so let's get to them. The first one is Super Mario 3D World. Not the Wii U port. It's actually the Switch remake that also has Bowser Fury. I thought I would eventually play Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Yes, both games together, I'm afraid. I do want to play both games. I don't know which one I might just play first. Maybe 3D World before Bowser's Fury. Maybe I'll have to play Super Mario 3D World to get just to get the gist of what to expect for when I go into Bowser's Fury, perhaps. But at the same time though, don't be surprised if I play Bowser's Fury first before 3D World. I might want to play Bowser's Fury first because I've already beat him Super Mario 3D World already once on the Wii U, because when I got my Nintendo Wii U, my Wii U actually came bundled with Super Mario 3D World. So yeah, I've already experienced Super Mario 3D World off the Wii U. Why do I need to play it again on the Switch? I might just want to play Bowser's Fury first. But the next game on here is Super Paper Mario. Yeah, the Paper Mario game for the Wii, kind of being forced in 2D, and I don't know how to explain this game now. To be fair though, I can't really explain this game too much though, because I gotta be honest, I only beat this game only once, and I never did found any indecision to go back and playing it again. There was just really no big replay value for like a second time or a second playthrough of the game after I finished the entire game. There was nothing there. It's kind of disappointing. And I really did like the game too. It was actually beautiful, appealing, very colorful. And strangely enough, though, not only you're playing the game with Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach, but also Bowser. Bowser, who used to always be the villain in the Mario games, this time is teaming up with Mario to help fight a bigger villain. I know there's some guy named Count Bleck that you're supposed to fight at the end of the game, but I kind of forget though. I kind of forget how the end of the game concludes now. I made it to the end of the game. I do remember finishing the entire game though, but I kind of forget though how the game actually ends. So this is kind of why though, and I thought I would try it again because I already played Paper Mario 64, and if we go right back to summer of 2020, I beat the Thousand Year Door, and that was and that game I never did finish Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, so I was kind of excited and really happy to see that game being put under my belt. After the later half of the game, I felt convinced I got this game in the bag. I'm gonna take down this dragon, and you know what? I did just that. Or actually, no, not a dragon, a shadow demon. And I proved that shadow demon. I put that shadow demon right in its place. So yeah, if I could do that, I know I could do that again with this game, because I already beat this game once, and I'm willing to do it again for the Twitch channel too. Strangely enough, the next Mario game is actually right here in my hands, guys. You guys want to take a guess? Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, I thought I would actually play this. I thought we could have like a fun day, have a fun Sunday stream with me playing a little bit of this game because hey, it's Mario Party. So far though, these ones actually go right back to what made the first three N64 games great in the first place. They go right back. They're really paying homage to the classic ones on the N64, like Peach's Birthday Cake from Mario Party 1 is on here. They have Spaceland from Mario Party 2. I see Yoshi's Island as well though. And I'm sure there's a few, and I can't really see all the boards on here, but I know there's like a few more boards eventually. I think there's supposed to be one from like Mario Party 3, although I'm not so sure. But yeah, really going right back to paying homage to the earlier, the N64 ones when it comes to this game. So yeah, I'll definitely want to stream that and have that. We'll definitely have that like a Sunday fun day kind of stream. Definitely that'll be a fun day to probably bring in people to come in and watch the channel on a Sunday because I'll be playing some Mario Party again. That would be exciting. That would bring in some people. I'd definitely like to try and sort of say though, I'll definitely like to try and do a community day for a Sunday. You know, people can come in, they can play games with me. I seen one YouTube. I used to see one Twitch channel do this. I used to follow before. Sadly I don't follow that person anymore. My girlfriend has an issue with that person, so that's why I unfollowed. Sadly. Oh well. Moving on. Last Mario game, but certainly not least, is definitely Super Mario Galaxy 2. I can definitely see a reason why to have this on the list. I've already beat the first Super Mario Galaxy game. Already beat the entire game, 120 power stars, or 121 after you beat the grand galaxy at the end of the game. I did not bother doing the final area though, for Mario or Luigi though. Basically, you go right back and go and roam around the castle grounds again though, like the beginning of the game all over again for the end of the game. I really wish I did that though, but sadly that never happened. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. It's like maybe I'll do that for like the beginning of Super Mario Galaxy 2. We'll see. We will see. Actually, now that I'm starting over a new Nintendo, since I am getting a new Nintendo Wii, I'm probably have to play through the whole game all over again. So, you know what? We're gonna move on to Super Mario Galaxy 2. Okay, 2 Zelda games next. Definitely, one of them is definitely gonna be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild again. I'm kidding, though. I'm kidding. I want to, though. To be fair, though, yeah, I am going back to this game again. I already did reveal this about once, though. If you go right back and rewatch the last update that I posted, I plan to actually beat the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Mode, a way more harder difficulty version of the game. Link is stripped to almost buck-ass nude for like this version, and to make matters worse though, you take way more. You could actually get killed a lot more easier. It's supposed to be basically Breath of the Wild hard mode, basically. So that's what I was planning to do. But I promise you this much though, guys. After this game is done, the next Zelda game will definitely be Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, I actually still haven't opened this yet. You guys can see the plastic still around the packaging, right? So yeah, I still haven't taken this out of the packaging yet. It is still in that clear wrapped packaging right now, and I still haven't taken it out of its packaging yet. But I promise you this much though, guys. The moment this Master Mode is finished, I'll take the plastic off, and we will definitely try and play some. We'll definitely be playing some Tears of the Kingdom. I definitely do have plans to go finally play Tears of the Kingdom. Ooh, another Nintendo Switch game. It's why do you torture me? Why do you torture me? You can probably tell from the back of what I'm looking at, right? Could you tell from the back? Could you tell? Could you tell? Fuck you, Sega. Fucking hell with your fucking Sonic. Yes. In case somebody noticed, I've already posted a video just revealing though I'm kind of done with Sega. I'm kind of done with the Blue Hedgehog. So yeah, and I put Sonic right back up there with the Mario hat again though. But be real, guys. I'm kind of done with Sega. I'm kind of done. All they've been doing lately is just rehash, 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 rehash. Just rehash, 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 rehash. Just not even bother making like a true Sonic sequel. Not even or even making them a or making a true 3D Sonic game. I would actually go for like a 3D Sonic game with Sonic going fast and a dash button and zipping through speeds at razor high speed, collecting rings, dodging enemies along the way. You know that stuff. That's what I liked about it. But that's what I liked about Sonic the Hedgehog. Hopefully this will deliver and make up for it though. Maybe eventually though I might start liking Sonic the Hedgehog again. Actually, this version was supposed to be more like if Sonic the Hedgehog meets Breath of the Wild. So we might have a connection here. There might be a connection between the two. We may never know. Another Nintendo Switch game, guys. Seems to be a trend. Seems to be a trend going on right now with this Sibba video. So yeah, Metroid Dread. This is gonna be the next game I eventually plan to play when streams make a return as well. I still haven't played this yet. You know, I still haven't played this yet. Even though now I got as far as like opening up the case and everything though. But have I actually put the game in the Nintendo Switch and started playing it yet? Nope. Alright, the next game I don't officially have on my hands though, but it's already downloaded on my Nintendo Switch over here off camera. And that's kind of a strange game though that you guys are gonna be kind of wondering though. But I was actually thinking of playing the Portal games, Portal 1 and 2. They finally Nintendo or someone decided to finally port the games over to the Nintendo Switch one day from one of the directs, and I just decided, okay, I'm getting the games. I'm definitely gonna download them and definitely and I definitely do feel like this would be a fun game for streams just to get myself there's lots of games though I really do feel like I'm experimenting for streams only. There are some games though I only felt like playing not for streams, and some games I feel like playing for streams. And Portal 1 and 2 is definitely one of the go-to games I definitely want to try for streaming. It's definitely one of my go-to games for when streams finally make a return. So I'm definitely gonna be playing some Portal 1 and 2. Now I only have one of the two game. No, I only have one of the games though. But there's actually two games though. I was actually gonna go continue to play. One of these you might already know, but one of them was supposed to be Donkey Kong Country Returns. I almost had the game I was in the middle of playing the game and having fun and everything, up until my laser on my Nintendo Wii quit working. If you guys remember though, the laser on the Wii quit working, and then all of a sudden the disc, I couldn't read the game disc anymore. So I'm definitely gonna be I'm definitely gonna be starting all over that game again when I finish them, when I come back to streaming though. But what do I have planned for once I finish them at Donkey Kong Country Returns? We're definitely going to be playing some Tropical Freeze. Not the Switch, not the Wii U original game, but the Switch remake right here. This is the Switch remake. We're definitely going to be playing some Tropical Freeze. I think the only new thing that they added for the Switch remake was making you play the game as Funky Kong. I don't think I'm going to be playing the game as Funky Kong. I'm just going to be playing the game with Donkey Kong. And you could also have a part, and you can also have Diddy with you, like the original, like the original Donkey Kong Country, or you could also have Dixie Kong, or even better, Cranky Kong of all things. That's kind of weird because I remember I could go right back to when the game was being released on the Switch, and Reggie Fils-Aimé goes to the Video Game Awards, and he had a Metroid pin on his shirt, and he reveals that Cranky Kong was only going to be a playable character in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and then just before the game came out, though, Satoru Iwata mentions that in a Nintendo Direct, so not exciting at all. Well, the next game I really want to try is. Well, I'm only gonna be playing just a little bit of this game though, but I did put down a little bit of Animal Forest. Well, what is Animal Forest, you may ask? Good question. Well, ironically though, Animal Forest is supposed to be a prototype. Came out the very end of the N64, and it was basically a prototype for Animal Crossing. This came out only in Japan, though Animal Forest though only got released in Japan though, and like I said, this came out the very end of the N64. Like right by the time the game came out in Japan, the GameCube must have been on its way to being released here in North America. This was 2001 when the game came out, so the GameCube was on its way to being released here in North America right by this time. So eventually, though, somebody or someone though eventually remade Animal Forest again to be. Eventually, though, this whole game got remade again to becoming Animal Crossing that everybody seems to know and love here on the GameCube. Although I'm only planning to play a little bit of it though, because every time when I launch up the game though, I'll have to keep manually, painstakingly putting in the clock in the game, and worser though, and worse though, the game, I don't know. I just about have a feeling that I'm going to be only streaming the game off of Mupen64. The game's going to be running slow for a start. Although maybe though, I do have a solution for that. Alright, well for sure though, I'm definitely not going to be streaming the game off of my Mupen64 emulator. If I'm going to be streaming the game, I'm going to actually put it on this. My ED64 cartridge, and if you actually see in the back, you can actually swap this to Japanese. You can actually swap this to PAL regions, so I could actually hit this little slide to PAL. And eventually, though, I don't have the game ROM on here yet, though, but I do eventually plan to. But sooner or later, though, I'll eventually get a game ROM and finally put it on this thing, and we'll definitely play a little bit of Animal Forest. I'm only going to be playing it up until I get like the first or second house payment, because I've already beat this entire game. I've already paid off all the house payments. I'm good. I don't need to be playing too much of the same game all over again since I already completed Animal Crossing. No point. If you guys are open for a complete playthrough, go ask somebody else. My answer will remain no. I've already done a long-ass playthrough of this game before, and I don't want to go through that again a second time in a row for something that was only made for Japan for only gamers in Japan, I'm afraid. Well, since I brought up Animal Crossing again, I guess I'll mention though I still haven't finished Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life yet. So yeah, I still have to. I still plan. I guess I'll be playing the game all over again. I've already got it like as far as like chapters 2 or 3 though before I quit playing the game completely. Every time when I would be in the middle of the game though, all my audience though would just tell me to turn the game off and play something else, and I just about finally better put my foot down and say no. You guys are gonna come here. You guys are with me for the long run. I'm sorry. That's just how the way things are gonna go with the Twitch channel. I want to get this. I want to see this game done. So, I'm sorry though, guys. I do plan to eventually play that. I eventually want to play that. What were you hoping for? If I was gonna play a different Animal Crossing game or a different Harvest Moon game, I mean, do you want to make me play something different? Although I do own a second game though. This one actually came out the end of the GameCube and also was released around the same time for the Wii, just like Princess did. You guys want me to play this instead? Magical Melody? I wouldn't mind playing this. For the first time ever now, though, you actually get to decide to be a male or female farmer for this one. And as you see on the title screen, they are definitely not giving away though that you can actually be a male or female farmer. Although there's this really dark. Oh, wrong side. Although if you actually see, there's this really dark-haired girl over here, and she's supposed to be kind of like a bully to the main character. Although the messed up thing is, well, you can marry the people in the game, and strangely enough, you can also marry the this dark-haired person as well. Yeah, they did not bother giving her a gender though. They just made her the opposite gender of your character, and you can marry this evil bully character as well. I don't get it. If I don't play him a Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, maybe I may play this. I don't know yet. Kind of strange instead. Well, the last game I have on this list is also another game I did not fully finish though before my Nintendo Wii quit working, and that was of course Guitar Hero 3: Legends of Rock. But I also put down here Guitar Hero World Tour. I'm gonna save Guitar Hero World Tour for after I finish Guitar Hero 3 though. World Tour was a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable. The only other Guitar Hero game I had though was also Aerosmith, and I got this like right after I bought Guitar Hero 3, and Guitar Hero World Tour was still being on the way to being released, so I needed something to like hold me over completely. And as soon as World Tour came out, I finally quit playing Aerosmith. I have no plans to finally play Guitar Hero Aerosmith again, even though it does have the bands, even though it has the entire band of Aerosmith, it's one of the reasons, but would I really see some reason to play the game again all these years later? Probably not. So I'm just simply going to be playing Guitar Hero 3, and then once I'm done, World Tour. Maybe I'll play Aerosmith later, though, but only if fan demands it. We'll see, though. Hang in there with me, guys. We're almost done. We're just getting down now to the bottom of the list now. We're probably getting to like games that are gonna be for the PS5 streams. As I said, once PS4 streams once I finish them, Doom 1 episode 4, PS4 streams are gonna be done. And after this minor pause, the streams are gonna come back, and PS4 streams are eventually gonna be finally PS5 streams. Like they're gonna be officially that once streams return, no matter what. I did kind of give away what kind of game though I might want to play though for PS5 streams. But first off though, the first thing that's gonna be for PS5 streams though is gonna be Hogwarts Legacy. My girlfriend's already in the middle of playing the game a second time in a row. The first time she made the character out of her. But she decided to make a second character, and now she's playing as a boy now, and enrolled the boy into Slytherin. When she was a girl, she enrolled herself into Gryffindor. Now she's playing him as a Slytherin. Not me. I feel like if I have to give away what class, what school, what dorm room I'm gonna try to enroll myself into, I'm gonna try to go for Ravenclaw, because I used to go to a Hogwarts school on an online sim and all of a sudden though, and somehow I got enrolled into Ravenclaw, and I had to end up wearing blue clothes and everything. And you know what though, it actually seems fitting with my appearance as well, since I like wearing blue a lot as well. So I'm probably gonna be going for Ravenclaw as well for the Hogwarts game. But hopefully once I'm done though, I'll definitely play some Doom 2, and then eventually afterwards I'll definitely play some Doom 64. Yeah, Doom 64. I'm actually gonna be playing this for PS5 streams. The game was actually on PS4. I actually somehow downloaded the game on the PS4. It was up for sale on the PlayStation Store, so I downloaded the game, And right now I have it on the PS4, but once I finally transfer all my games over to my PS5, I only have a digital only PS5 system. And once I finally transfer the games over to my PS5, I thought I would eventually I thought I would eventually play Doom 64. Speaking of which, okay, hopefully I moved it. Ah, shit. Hopefully I moved it here onto the floor for a reason. So here's my little entertainment unit, and I have my PS3 right over here. The PS3 is definitely going to be moving. I'm definitely going to be taking the PS3 out of here to go move the PS5 in. But we're already coming off to a bit of a problem already. You're probably wondering, what's the problem, Sega Camp? You're about to find out. This big hunkin' piece of fucking plastic doesn't fit. This of a big hunkin' piece of plastic does not fucking fit in here. I know. Just lay it down on its side, Sega Camp. Just lay it down sideways, and then that's the end of that. Well, yeah, that's the idea. That was the idea. Let's get this thing out of here first. My apologies if the lighting is kind of terrible. I did not plan for light to be on the floor eventually. Let's go look in here. I'm trying to find the power supply. I'm trying to find the power cord or the power supply for the system so I can hook this thing up and finally get this thing up and running. We'll do that later. I'm gonna do this off camera because so far though I have like a little if I actually move this into here though, I have a little power bar and I can't even see it, and I don't know if you guys can actually see it that well. Okay, hopefully you guys can actually see this now though, but I have like a little power bar right here. This is supposed to be like a giant monolith power bar made by Canadian Tire Mastercraft, and there's actually a switch on the end, and if I turn this thing off, I just turned off everything. Even the battery now is on battery mode. But we're gonna go turn this back on now. So now there's power coming back to this laptop now. So yeah. Thankfully I'm not live streaming this right now. Otherwise this would have ended off in a disaster for me. Probably. Actually no, not the internet boxes, because I have internet. I don't keep the internet thing hooked up to this thing, and it's just the game systems running off of this thing, and also the lamp. So yeah. And anyway though, let's get the lamp out of here. And go hook this thing up into move the thing into here. It's out of the way for now. Maybe I should swap it the other way because I see the PlayStation logo is facing at me upside down a little bit. I don't know. I can't find the spot now where the plug goes in. Oh, it's on this side. Okay. So yeah, power cord's right here. I'll hook this up a little later. I don't care. I don't care. I know the blight is kind of protruding my face, so I'm just gonna end the video here for now, though, guys. So for now, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna have a little bit of an update now for what things are coming up for later for streams. Hopefully I'll be less than a year now before I make a return. I definitely plan to be less than a year before I make a return, and hopefully before streams resume. I'm gonna try to aim for September because that's when the Twitch channel was made, in September. But I'm not. Well, who knows? Hopefully, Faith will know. Until then, though, guys, this is Say Kim Gamer, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have yourselves a fantastic night and take care. I'll see you guys later.